to Balcony Views with BJ. Today I'm on Royal Caribbean's Ovation of the Seas. Now, as I understand it, this is her maiden voyage in Alaska. Now, I didn't realize that she hadn't been in Alaska before, but apparently that's the case. She was in Australia, came to Hawaii, and then took Hawaii up to Vancouver, which is where me and my crew got on the ship. And I say crew like I got a film crew or something. Now, me, my brother, my mother, and my daughter got on the ship for an 8-night cruise from Vancouver. We went to Sitka, Juneau, Skagway. We were supposed to go to Endicott Arms and Dawes Glacier. I'll get to that later, why that was supposed to be. And then Ketchikan. And then ended in, or will end, because we're not there yet, obviously, will end in Seattle. Ovation is a great ship. Now, this is my third time on a Quantum class ship. I've been on Quantum. I took Quantum from Hawaii to Australia, and I've also been on Odyssey for a Southern Caribbean cruise. I'll be honest with you, the Quantum class is probably my least favorite of my favorite ships, if that makes sense to you. I'm not a small ship kind of person, and to be honest, I haven't been on them yet, so I really can't knock them. But the Vision class and the Radiance class, I'm not sure how I would feel about those. I've never been on one again, so I cannot really accurately say, but I've been on all the others. I loved Explorer and Navigator. I thought they were great ships, and I love the Royal Promenade of those and other ships, excluding the Quantum class. Now, Quantum has the Royal Esplanade. I know there's like 5 Quantum ships. They didn't fix it if they noticed there was a problem. I think there's a problem with it. The Grand Esplanade's a little, you've got a lot of bottlenecks on it in places you go. I noticed that, and I put that on my Odyssey review when I did that one, which was one of my very first videos. Feel free to go look at it. I've got some videos on there, and I'll probably put some on here of the Grand Esplanade. But I just don't like the design of that in general. I love the 270. It's a really creative theater, and I don't think they said it was worth $31 million or something like that. Most of the other venues are similar to any other Royal Caribbean ship if you've been on them. She's a great ship. Ovation has been really nice. She's had a great crew. Now, we've had a hiccup here or there about some crew things, but I'm not going to knock her for that. You know what? That happens. If you're in any kind of work environment, you know that sometimes one person will slack and other people have to pick up the slack, and that can lead to issues. For us, they weren't huge, so just barely enough to even mention. But the ship itself, it's got the iFly. It's got the Flow Rider, which it's got bumper cars.
Extra time. Everybody can it's okay. It's okay. But he doesn't have to go to work tomorrow, so bear that in mind as well. Pretty man today. Get in. Pretty man today. Pretty big guy. Keep your foot down. Find the Ferrari. The orange.
Now that's one thing. And it was the same on Odyssey and the same on Quantum. They really don't have enough hours where the bumper cars are available to me. I don't care anything about the soccer and the basketball, and I haven't tried pickleball, but I'm sure I would probably enjoy it. But I don't do those things. I do like the bumper cars, but there's only like every once in a while that you can get to them for 30 minutes or an hour, hour and a half. I think it's raining, I'm sorry. But it's just, I wish they had more time for the bumper cars because they do it all in the same venue, the Seaplex. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the ship. Like I said, Royal Caribbean is my cruise line of choice. That's almost all I've cruised on. I did take Pride of America in Hawaii, and I also did back in the day when me and the lovely Brenda got married. We went on the big red boat, which was connected to Disney at the time. But yeah, the Ovation of Seas is not bad. She's a lot like Quantum and Odyssey. So if you've seen my Odyssey video, that pretty much sums up how I feel about it, other than I think Odyssey has the no-touch elevator buttons that are kind of crazy. The elevator buttons here were a bit of an issue. Sometimes you'd press one on one side and it would turn off and you'd have to go to the other side to hit it. That was a bit strange. I think it's just a maintenance issue though. It's not something that it's epidemic or endemic to the ship. But yeah, Ovation's great. And Alaska was wonderful. We had some of the best weather possible in early May. You know, I'm bundled up now. We're on our way home. This is the last day. But we had 75 degrees in Ketchikan. I think it was 70 in Juneau. We had some really nice weather. The only time it rained was at Sitka on our very first stop. So you can't knock the ports, especially when you have weather like that. And the ship is still a beautiful ship. You'll enjoy it. I'm overcritical because at this point, this is now my 10th cruise, and you know, I can kind of pick things apart. But I don't mean to, I'm just trying to give you information. I'm letting you know what my opinion is on the ship, and you may share it, you may not, and you're welcome to dog me down in the comments, or you're welcome to say, you know, I agree with you, I think this was a problem, I think that was a problem. But in all, I thought Ovation was a really, really nice cruise. The biggest problem had nothing to do with Royal Caribbean or the ship, and that was Canada Place, and I definitely made a video on that, and you'll see that at some point. That was a nightmare. And I guarantee you every one of the 4,400 people on this ship would tell you the exact same thing. That was chaotic going out of Vancouver. I loved Vancouver itself, but Canada Place was not fun. Either way, I'm BJ. Those are my balcony views, and I hope you enjoy your next cruise.